The Food and Drugs Authority says it is yet to find any of the unwholesome fish that were washed ashore on the market. The FDA, which has since been visiting some fishing communities and markets, is cautioning the public, by the way, to be mindful of fish purchased in the market. We'll be getting some update from the FDA, which currently is investigating the matter. But before that, let's bring you a report filed by Ashore News' Mamisi Nyamiche Thompson, who earlier reported that the fishes were washed ashore.
Large volumes of poisoned fish washed ashore right here where I'm standing, and further off. Yesterday morning, even till now, we cannot see most of them here right now because the women have cleared it and some have been buried to prevent people from taking them or sending them onto the market.
The fish, seen in various sizes, were scattered along the shore of the Osu beach. Some residents were seen gathering them, though skeptical about its wholesomeness. A resident who spoke to Joy News recounted what happened.
I'll say we saw this yesterday around 10 a.m. But normally this used to happen seasonally. So we thought it's normal, as we know. But later we find out that it's not normal because the number of fishes that are coming out and the way they are washing out from the sea is not normal. At that time, people have already collected some to market and other places consume it. We thought it will end, but this morning we realized it still continues. So we have to come and stop everybody from picking it.
Chief fisherman for the area, Ni Tete Apo Jamloja VI, is worried consumers may no longer want to purchase their catch. Given that there was such clamor for this fish at the beach yesterday, it is possible it has already made its way onto the market. The Municipal Health Directorate and the Ghana Standards Authority are said to have taken samples for investigations. The Municipal Chief Executive for Clote Kole, Nia Ajay Teria, says the Assembly has taken some steps to ensure that people don't consume it.
We are stopping people from taking the fish from here. We've gone on air to explain to the public. Also, we have our public address systems, vans going out to announce that if people bring fish into the townships, etc., to sell their cheap or whatever, they shouldn't be patronizing it because of...
Mamisi Nyamiche Thompson filed that report. Meanwhile, a senior lecturer at the Department of Fisheries and Marine Science at the University of Ghana, Professor Francis Nunu, has been offering some explanation as to how this could have happened.
Various reports from various incidents will come out. My department, the Department of Marine and Fisheries Science of the University of Ghana, is collaborating with IESS of the same university. We have taken samples, and as at now, we are almost at the lab analyzing them. The Fisheries Commission has taken samples, the FDA and others, GSA, have all taken samples, and various labs are really on the spot working. So we are hoping that latest by tomorrow or even by close of day, we can pinpoint something. But for now, to avoid panic, people can go about their normal business. And the situation is not as you know, because the outpour of the fish have ceased for now. It's not continuously. It's that one day that it came in. So it has ceased. So for now, we will say that the sea is okay. People can go fishing.
Well, in the western region, what looked like whales were found on the shore. Let's get to our correspondent in Natalia Kwanza. Dolphins, I must say, some 60 of them were told were sighted at the Axim Beware in the Inzima East municipality of the western region. It was a bit chaotic there yesterday, but let's find out from Ina whether the situation has changed now. Hello, Ina.
Hello, Gifty.
Ina, bring us up to speed.
Yes, Gifty. So this morning, a team from the Western Region Fisheries Commission, together with the Food and Drugs Authority, with allying agencies, went to Bonre in the Nzima East municipality, where these supposed dolphins appeared yesterday. Apparently, when they got there, they said about 300 of them were found at shore, and some residents had already sold some out to some unknown people. So these agencies, which was led by the Fisheries Commission, went there so that they could ascertain what had really caused this. They have gotten a few of them to bury. And then yesterday also, there was the chairperson for the CPP who was on a working visit in the community who saw this and bought a few of them with a panic that if this should land to the community and they should sell it out, the disease that could, spread around. So she bought a few of them thinking she would get a boat so that they would be taken deep sea. But unfortunately, there was no boat yesterday. Today, when she got there, about 5 of them were only alive, and then the rest were found dead. So, Gifty, that's the situation now. It is calm, and then according to residents in the community, this is the first time they have seen something like this, or they've seen this kind of fishes coming. According to the chairperson of the CPP, she told us that she bought a piece of it for 400 cedis.
400 cities. Ina, who is selling? Is it those who live on the shores who are selling these dead dolphins?
Yes, Gifty, those residents who live around, according to opinion leaders too, when these dolphins came to shore, they had warned residents not to take them, but they went ahead, took a few of them, sold it out, and then now the Fisheries Commission with their agencies are searching for making inquiries to get these dolphins that have already been sold so that they can bury them as well with.
Ina, I lost you briefly, but you said the Fisheries Commission is looking to find these dolphins that have been sold so that they can bury them, and then what? Ina, can you hear me?
Gifty, I didn't hear you earlier.
Right, yeah, I lost you at the end of what you said. You said that the Fisheries Commission wants to get hold of the rest of the dolphins so that they can sell them and they can bury them, and then what?
Yeah, so they want to get hold of
Natalia there, but good thing is we got some updates before we lost her that way. What she's saying is that the Fisheries Commission has gone through the place and they found out that about 300 of these dolphins were available. Some they have found, others have been sold already, and they're working to get those that have been sold, the dead ones that have been sold. They're working to see if they can get them and bury them to avoid the spread of disease, if it was a disease that killed these ones. Well, let's get on Zoom again. I have Frederick Fda Advice, who is a Deputy Chief Executive Officer for the Food and Drugs Authority's Division of Food. The Food Division of the FDA, Deputy Chief Executive Fda Advice. Mr. Fda Advice, good afternoon. Thank you for your time.
Good afternoon.
So tell us about what the FDA has been doing today. We understand you hit the markets trying to investigate fish sales.
Yes, not only today. We started a while back. And we have gone to town. We have verified the reportage, as you have said. We have seen to the burial of the fish on the shore. We have gone to the market, and we are still there following up on leads because at the beginning, a lot of fish that came in, people, the understanding that we have is that they rushed for it. So we do know that there's been some kind of leakage into the system, and we are following up on it. So we are at the market level. We have gone to the fishmongers. There has been communication with the chief fisherman through the MCEs, the education that has been done, and it's gone down well. So at least in terms of publicity, people do know what is up and then what we are expected to do. That when people come across this product, that they are not supposed to patronize it, and then they are also supposed to inform us. And so this is the action that is ongoing right now.
Can you give us an idea what you've gathered with all these interactions that you've had, which you have just described to us? What information are you picking up regarding the possible infiltration of this fish or what we're seeing on our shores in the market?
Right, thank you. There has been infiltration that we are certain, because we have come across some of the fish in the township. We actually went even into the neighborhood. For example, in the Mandela area, in the Osu Clote, the Osu Kole Clote area, we have visited some residents and have had discussions. At least from the way we have had interactions, some of them have attested to it, that they did pick when the products, they saw the fish on the shore. They picked some of them, and some have actually admitted that they have eaten. It's quite interesting. Some of them even said, well, they had picked some, but when they heard the information that the FDA has put out there, they are hoping to hear later about the lab analysis that we are going to come up with, so that they will know what to do with the fish. So we said, no, they should hand it over, because as it is, the directive is that everybody should bring it in. We have actually come across some where, the traditional momoni, some had prepared, but when they saw the team come, they absconded in terms of like who to own up that they had been preparing this. So the whole thing was confiscated, and now it has been buried. So the education is still going on. The markets are well aware, and the FDA is doing the education. We have communicated with our regional offices, and I think in your reportage, as you just talked about, the various FDA offices that are along the beach, that is the stretch of the coast, have also put in their effort. In some places, we have cited these products. So we have also, we are part of, we are educating. We are on radio educating the populace. When you go out, things that you need to look out for, we have been very clear about it. I mean, when you're going to buy, you are supposed to watch out for the gills, fresh, fish as is expected. The gills are red, the eyes are bright. For some of these fish that has come on shore, you've seen that some of them is like the eyes are gouging out, they are protruding. There's this off scent, and then also you see it more or less with a distended abdomen, and also oozing some kind of fluid. The skin integrity is compromised. It is not the nice thing that you would expect to see of good fish. And yet I've talked about also the poor scent. So this education we are giving, and we've received a lot of cooperation from Ghanaians, and we are happy about it. So let's keep it up. Our officers are in town right now, even as I'm talking to you. So
what's the plan? Are we trying to retrieve these pieces of fish that I'm seeing in one of those pictures, that the fish, the dolphin has actually been chopped up. It looks like it's been chopped up in little or tiny pieces, and I believe that's how it was sold. Is our plan to retrieve these fishes? I mean, is that a plan?
Yeah, our plan is varied. It's to retrieve for those who bring it out. We would we would see to it, because it's our responsibility to see to the safe disposal of such products out of the system. The plan is also to educate people, because somebody may be unsuspecting, go to the market, may want to buy. It's a cheap product that you see there, and you think that, you are buying good stuff, but it might be some of this product, and we don't know why the fish has died in this mass as we are seeing. So it's supposed to be preventive. So the plan is varied. It's supposed to cut across. It's supposed to educate. It's supposed to be preventive. And also for those who are engaged in the business of trying to process this kind of fish to sell to those who may want to buy. It's also to serve as a warning to them.
Those who are selling this fish, it's obviously unwholesome at this point. Will that constitute an offense under the regulation of the FDA?
Exactly. That's very clear. I mean, and that we have also put out there, that if you are intentionally doing this thing, knowing or unknowingly, I mean, the law grabs you, you stand the possibility on conviction to a term of 4 years imprisonment, or it's a fine, or you get both of it as the judge sees fit. So, I mean, our options are very clear, and we are not leaving any stone unturned. For us, this is very serious business, and we are relying on the public. That's why we are active in this area.
It's part of the FDA's work, the ability to ascertain what actually happened. Are you conducting any such research or any such test to find out what is actually in the system of these fishes that kill them, or actually what's in the water? I know the Fisheries Commission is doing something like that, but is this something that the FDA is also considering?
No, we have our mandate, that is on food safety. The issue as to what has killed them or why we are experiencing what we are seeing, that is the fisheries, the fisheries division's responsibility. And we met at on the shores. We did all these discussions. They have taken samples to do that. Ours also is to look at the issue of if you have what we call a food hazard. Food hazards can exist in 3 forms. It's either a biological hazard, a physical hazard, or a chemical hazard. So if it is some kind of poisoning, but you can imagine what kind of poisoning can cause something so massive. I mean, in terms of, if you look at the coastline, to have all this amount of fish that, let's say, have died and been washed ashore. So it's an investigative process, and we are going on. So ours is to look out for the food safety aspect. And that is why we are out with our surveillance and educating the public not to patronize this product, because you don't know everything about it. Safety, we cannot guarantee people, and we want it out of our system. The issue of they dying, what we are experiencing, the Fisheries Commission, I mean, are better placed to explain such.
Very well. We've heard from them earlier. We'll bring that back. But just to find out, what are the risks? I mean, I know that you're advising the public to look out for the freshness of fish before they buy it, but help us understand, if you have that information, the risks that we open ourselves to if we go ahead and eat fish like this.
Well, it depends on what has killed these fish. Okay. And you never know if it's what we call a zoonotic disease, a disease that can transfer from an animal to a man. I mean, you could catch it if that disease agent is within. If it's a chemical that is still active, you could be affected by it. It's just that at the moment, we are not sure what is happening, and that is why the investigation is going on. And we would want to err on the side of caution. That's why we are asking that people should keep away from this. What we are seeing is not normal, and therefore it beats one's mind that you would see fish dead like this, and somebody would actually want to pick and go and take this. I think one should be frightened. You shouldn't want to go near such a product. So there are a lot of unanswered questions, and when things are like that, we'll prefer that we classify it as a food safety hazard until we are very clear in what is happening. So the Food and Drug Authority is advising the general public to keep away from such. Anybody who may have this product and may want to pass it on to somebody, please desist from it. You are not doing the person a favor. It is a criminal activity.
And is it the FDA's advice that people should stay away from fish within this period while we wait for the result of these lab tests?
Well, it's a big community. We can't say that every fish that is out there is bad. Right. Definitely, people had stocks of fish before this happened, and I think you should feel free to be able to consume such fish if you do have. There are companies that are doing good business, and that is why they should also go ahead to do their business, provided they know that what they are selling out to the public is what FDA has allowed them to do. We are letting people know the signs of spoilage and certain signs they should look out for. That's why we are doing the education, so that people will be able to make an informed choice when they go out there. So right. We will not say that, the business should stop. We don't see that at the moment. We think that rather people should be equipped to be able to make an informed choice.
Right. Mr. Dade, thank you very much. If you don't have anything else to add, which I have not asked, we can wrap it up here.
Yes, I want to take the opportunity once again that the Food and Drugs Authority is concerned about food safety, and that food safety is everybody's business. It is not. We are not the only institution per se or persons who can talk about it. We think it should be a subject for all families now. They should consider what is happening. The whole populace, if you do see something, please do let us know, and it will help us. Together as a team, we are able to get better results concerning this. And we believe that soon this will pass, and we would have, let's say, a sanitized food industry.
But how do people reach you if they have such information as you're asking?
Oh, yeah, okay. So we have our hotlines. That
we can go through them if you have it off head.
Well, off head, I do have,
you can hang on for me.
You can call 0244.
Okay.
33 96 30. Okay,
that's the number to call the FDA on if you have any information on the whereabouts of the fish.
Yes.
Okay. Well, so that's 0244 33 9630. 0244 33 9630. What the FDA is doing is to ask you to give them information on the whereabouts about this fish we understand, or these species of fish we understand has already been on the markets according to the FDA's investigation. So what they're saying is that they're trying to track down these fishes and get them out of the system, because eating it without knowing what killed these could be dangerous to your health. So if you have any information, you've seen somebody who picked up any of those dolphins and chopped them up and sold them out, you want to reach the FDA on 0244 33 9630. Mr. Dade, thank you so much for your time. I've been talking to Dade Ejay, who is the Deputy CEO for the Food Division of the FDA. Roderick Dade Ejay, who is the Deputy CEO of the Food and Drugs Authority's Food Division. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. I want to take you back to the Western region, Natalia Kwanzaa. Let's get some more update on what she said. She's been speaking with the national chairperson of the Convention People's Party, Nana Akosua-Frimpomaa Sapong Kuma, who was in the area for a working visit and chanced on the incident. Panicked by the possible outbreak of the disease or of a disease in the community rising from consumption, she decided to buy close to about 50 of those dolphins at a cost of 400 cedis. Listen to her after when Ina spoke to her.
Yesterday we were on our way to see the ships and we saw a lot of, we didn't know they were dolphins at that time. We saw some big fishes coming out. So we stopped and then we tried, they actually were coming shore to the shore. They themselves were like rushing to the shore. So we tried, and then we saw some of the people coming to catch them. And then that's when we thought like it's dolphins. And we know that the dolphins, they are not fish that we eat, but they are more like, they are closer to us. And the story that they can even save human beings and bring them to shore when there's a problem, we decided to negotiate the town people to leave them. But it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. They found ways of dragging them on the stones, in the sand. It was a sight for no one to behold, you understand? So we finally got a few that were in the truck in, and we negotiated it. And so we want to stay here and wait till a boat can take them to the deep blue sea there, where they might be able to be in their own environment, and for that reason might have a better chance of surviving. What we need to find out though, as a nation, as a people, is why were they coming out of the place? There has to be a reason. They were coming, it's not like someone even lured them. They were rushing to the shore. There must be a reason. I don't want us to think that this is any spiritual or something. There is a reason why the fish came. And I'm asking and all the authorities of this country who have the resources and to do this, please find out what happened. Otherwise, what are we supposed to do? Indeed, the ones that died, if it's indeed the chemical spill that we are hearing, then what would have happened to the citizens here and made the people of this place if they are eating and consumed some of them? And some of them were sold. We're talking about over 300 pieces. Over 300 pieces. This is not anything. If it has to do with, and I'm sure if we want to find out what it is, we'll find out. So that's the appeal we are making to the president of the country. If he intervenes, it's done. Because the authorities might not themselves get up to do it. Somebody must make it happen. We've done our best. We pay so much money. We feel like we've done our best, and for me that's it. I'm sad, but hey, what can we do?
How many did you negotiate?
About 40 pieces. 27 here, 10 here, and 3 there.
More than that, 31.
Yeah. Your own is 31. Yes, was 31. Then 10 and 3.
Almost 50.
Oh, that money I wouldn't mention here because you know Ghanaians, the moment they hear the money, they think we're crazy. But then it's not about being crazy. For me, it's about the rescue mission. There's a certain human empathy and passion to make sure that things done. And we are the CBP people. Here is our father's town. This is Sinsima. So if we get here, we see something like this. For me, I thought we could use it, have it, maybe even get a place for them to see. That place, this place to become a tourist center for the whole world to come here. You understand?
How many are dead and how many are alive now?
Currently, the 2 that we have seen here, see those ones that have been left, they are alive. So we're going to take them. If we find one, I think there's another one there too. So we'll try and save them, take them to the deep sea, and we pray that they survive. If they don't, we've done our best.
So those that are dead, are you going to ensure that they are buried?
I've seen the Navy. What is it? The Navy or
the Navy. From the Marine Police Unit.
Oh, the Marine. So we hope. Yes, me. I'm not going to stand there and watch it. Before we came in yesterday, some had already been slaughtered. They were being sold. The police intervened. We just pray that the citizens here with themselves will realize that this is not a fish to consume. Because something was the matter. That there's no doubt in my mind that something was the matter. And as a nation, for goodness sake, we must find what it is. We shouldn't just let it happen.
CPP's chairperson there who chanced upon these fish, the dolphins in her case particularly, and bought some thinking that will stop the spread. Well, now we know that parts of the chopped up dolphins that you saw are already on the market and are being sold. And you want to be careful, as the FDA says. The number to reach the FDA on is 0244-339630. This is The Pulse with me, Gifty and Clear. I'll take a very quick break. When I return, we'll tell you more also about keeping corkers and filth away from Accra. Will it work? What's the plan?
Walking on the streets